Welcome to the November 2010 monthly newsletter. My name is Virgil E Knedlik, and I will be covering two subjects this month. One will be independent contractors and what the definitions are of an independent contractor. And the second item will have to do with W-9s and W-4s, getting the paperwork together before the end of the year. In this session, we will discuss independent contractors. I received more calls this year than I have in a number of years asking if the new person someone is hiring could be classified as an independent contractor instead of an employee. Let's start with the basic facts, and that is an employee cannot give up their right to be an employee. So if you hired someone as an employee, or if you hire someone that has the characteristics of an employee, they are an employee. In order for someone to be an independent contractor, they have to meet all of the following 6 criteria. First, the individual must be free of direction and control. Number 2, the services this person performs needs to be outside of the usual course of the business for which the services is performed, or outside of all places of business of the enterprise for which the services is performed, or the individual has a principal place of business and responsible for the cost of that place. And the individual is customarily engaged as an independent contractor in that trade, occupation, profession, or business that the services are being performed as. And on the effective date of the contract of the service, the individual is responsible for filing a schedule of expenses with the Internal Revenue Service, and on the effective date of the contract or within a reasonable period after that, the individual has an active account with the Department of Revenue. And finally, on the effective date of the contract or service, the individual is maintaining a separate set of records that reflects the items of income and expenses for that business the individual is conducting. What this really means is that if somebody is only working for you and you are directing their activities, you're telling them when to come in, what to do, you're training them, you're providing all of the equipment, and they're just coming in with their lunch, they're an employee. It also means that if they do not have a Department of Revenue license, if they're not registered with the state of Washington, they're not an independent contractor. So when we look at what it means that 1, if you hire someone, they have to be registered with the state of Washington. 2, they have to have a real business providing the same service to others that they're providing to you. And 3, you cannot direct how they do their job. They only have to do it based on the contract that they have with you. I hope that answers your questions as far as independent contractors. This section of the newsletter this month is talking about getting our paperwork together before the end of 2010, and specifically with employees and independent contractors. If you have not had your employees fill out a new W-4 during 2010, this is the time to do it. The W-4 will give you their legal name, social security number, and address, so that at the end of the year when W-2s are filed, we're using the right name, social security number, and we have the correct mailing address. For independent contractors, they're going to fill out a form W-9, which will provide us the similar information. It will give us their legal name or the business's name. It will give us their federal identification number or their social security number, whichever one they're using, and it will give us their address so that at the end of the year we can provide them a 1099 if they meet the requirements. So between now and December 31st, I would strongly recommend that you have all independent contractors and all employees fill out a new W-4 or W-9, depending on which one they are, so that you do not have missing information when it's time to fill out the W-2s and the 1099s.